Alright, welcome back to the series with Kazaghal. I have I have sent the character a few things since last video, just a little bit ago, honestly. Still have some stuff in the mailbox, but I'm going to keep it there temporarily. I just grabbed the stuff I know that could make use of now or very soon. So I grabbed the copper ore, the extra red pouches, and the copper chain vest. I decided on the red, partly because it does work for the character, but I wasn't sure what else to go with too much. I was thinking brown, and honestly maybe I should have done brown, but not worrying about it too much. But I'm just gonna get started so I can start the walk over to Karanos.
Great to meet you.
Hail, have a care, Kazaghal. The tunnel to Dun Morogh is infested with trogs and is not safe for travel. If you haven't any pressing business in Dun Morogh, I'll have to ask you to remain in Anvilmar until the tunnel is cleared. Is safer, sorry. Well, if Whitebeard is sending you to Dun Morogh on important business, I can't very well stop you, can I? At least let me provide you with some advice and directions. The trogs in the tunnel are extremely hostile and haven't shown any hesitation in attacking travelers through the tunnel. You seem tough enough, though, so you should probably be safe. Directions? If you're going to speak with Senir, you'll find him in Karanos. Make your way through the tunnel, and after you come out on the other side, just keep following the road. It'll run right into Karanos.
Be good.
Honored, I'm sure.
Hey, you look like a hardy adventurer. If you're planning on braving the past, do you suppose you could bring a package to the inn in Karanos? You're planning on stopping at the inn, right? If you make it through the pass, you'll definitely want to take a breather there. Anyway, bring this to Tannoch Frosthammer, the innkeeper's assistant. I can't get through the pass myself, and it'll be days until a mountaineer escort comes through.
Alrighty then.
Alright, and as you can tell, I'm still wearing the basic stuff, and as far as I know, I have not failed the, I'm not sure if there's a good way to, I guess someone just walked through here. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, yeah, literally, he's walking through. Obviously, I'm still wearing the low-level stuff. It's gonna be harder to have good gear compared to the other characters, of course, but it's not gonna be that bad, I don't think. Especially once I pick up. Oh, why'd I do that a second time? That was dumb. Oh well. Yeah, sorry. I haven't talked much already, I guess. But so I said I was gonna talk. I just did the recording with Artisan. Definitely though, that video is not gonna be seen for a couple weeks probably. Yeah, I'm really behind on editing, and I really should have gotten it done in the last few days when I wasn't recording anything, because I was too tired to really do any of that. But I could have edited it, and that's what I primarily try to do on days where I don't record. I try to edit videos down. I just still have to finish up the alt track one though. Alt track should be the next recordings. Well, not the next recording. I think the second half of the recordings around Manorock Coven is the one that's going up now. The next one, the second part of it is going up next, I should say. But yeah, yeah. Well, I guess I could just talk about the character then, because I can't remember what I was gonna talk about as much. But yeah, so Kazaghal, so his first surname or clan name, I'm not 100% settled. I used to go with Bronzehammer for the main name, but it's still one of the options. But another possibility is just gonna be called like Copper Hand or Copper Fist or something. It's gonna be something to do with copper or one of its alloys more than anything else. And because I want it to be more, it's probably gonna be copper something or other. Just because I want, because the clan generally will be known for its work with copper. They're primarily coppersmiths as well as with its alloys. There are certain like stories that are going to be associated with the clan, not with the clan, in the clan, like that are passed down from person to person. But one of the main things to state will be that Kazaghal is pretty much one of the only survivors left of his clan. Most of them perished in the initial assault by the Orcish horde during the Second War, between the First and Second War, when they invaded Dun Morogh. Not entirely sure where the clan hold is gonna be. I was actually thinking, originally I was thinking it was gonna be somewhere in Dun Morogh, but honestly, all the copy. Oop, I just. Okay, no. I thought it seemed like I alt tabbed for a second, but I don't know. Just make sure I'm still recording. Oh, and that was Discord. Yeah, I'm good. So originally I was thinking Dun Morogh, and it's still a good option, but I think I've decided I'm gonna make him from a slightly warmer climate in Loch Modan. As much as I love the snow and how the snowy peaks and everything like that, I think just one of the other zones nearby would be a better fit. Now I'm gonna turn these in before I start keep talking, as well as pick up the other quests. I'm also gonna be heading over to Iron Forge.
What can I do for you?
How are you? Like to share a drink with me, perhaps? Not much else to do in the cold. What's this? My brother's report. Oh, I read it. I read it previously in Cairo. I think I'll let that one slip for now. Sorry. I told him to be sparing with the use of the king's name, but he didn't listen. No harm, I suppose, though it's sure to ruffle some feathers in the Senate. Not that those weren't some feathers that needed ruffling. Ha! Nonetheless, I guess that means that I should send my report on to Ironforge as well, but I must admit, I'm a bit behind. Bloody cold. I should have some work for you later if you're interested.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Well met.
Nothing my tavern patrons enjoy more than some beer-basted boar ribs. Only problem is the local trapper who used to bring me supplies enlisted in the King's army to help with the war in the Alliance front. Maybe you can help me out? If you bring me 6 cracked boar ribs and a rhapsody malt from the tavern here, I'll give you the family recipe for my famous beer-based boar ribs. Not to mention a free sample. The secret's in the malt.
Safe travels.
But yeah.
Great to meet you.
Hi there, come in, take a seat by the fire and warm yourself with a flagon of ale. Ah, Les, this supplies from hands. I was beginning to worry that we've had scarce word from Avamar ever since the Trogs overran the pass. Thanks for bringing this to me, Kazaghal, and please, make yourself comfortable. You must be tired after your journey.
Watch your back. You got my attention.
So.
Safe travels.
Oh, I didn't actually send this character money. Just realized that. Well, alright, keep that in mind. I will be sending this character money.
What's on your mind?
Should I pick you up now? I'm not level 60. I will be soon, though. I won't worry about that yet.
Soon.
Like, I don't even have linen cloth yet. It'll be good to pick up later, I suppose. I think I will pick up. Yeah, I'll pick you up as well when I start getting some more ingredients. Alright. The warrior trainer, I believe, is in with the forge.
You got my attention.
Eldon Steelgirl owns the local mechanic shop and he's the best siege engine tech there is. But he's not forgiving to his tools. I swear, he almost breaks more arc-light spanners than we can supply him with. I just filled his last order for tools. If you deliver it to him, I'm sure he'll make it worth the effort. His shop, Steelgirl's Depot, is just northeast of Karanos, and it's a local haunt for veteran siege engine pilots. So keep your ears open for opportunities while you're there.
Off with you.
Alright. I think I could pick up mining or blacksmithing here, but I could be wrong.
What can I do for you?
I knew I could pick up at least one of them, but I didn't think it'd be both. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be both. So unfortunately, that's not. Fortunately, that's not.
Keep your feet on the ground. What can I get for you?
Definitely gonna want to be able to make the armor as soon as I can too. But yeah, it's. Oh wait, no, I don't have to go to. Now I remember mining. There's a mining trainer all the way over in the Steel Girls Depot. But yeah, I will say though, even though I don't know, I love elven cities. Dwarven cities and towns just always feel so cozy. Especially Karanos. I always love walking to the Karanos buildings. And just ones like that, like the one in Thalsamar as well. The Iron Forge, a little less so, but that's more because it's very industrial. Pretty much dwarves in general are industrial. But I don't think Iron Forge is that bad. Like compared to like how Normogon is or any of the goblin towns are, I think it's a decent amount of industry. It's not too bad.
How are you?
I'm preparing to start a mission for the Siege Brigade. It's a long one, and I need to stock jet steam with a month's worth of supplies. So while Steel Girl is working on my tank, can you do some hunting for me? Only some fur for bedding and boar meat for food. You can get meat from boars and fur from the bears. You can find them both in the snowfields south of the Grizzled Den.
Be good. Talk to me.
Driving a siege engine isn't for everyone. It takes an iron grip and nerves of steel. Lucky I have both. How about you? How's your metal? No. Want to prove it to me? Well, I'm looking to make my engine troll plow a little more cozy. How about you get me a heap of Wendigo manes from the Grizzled Den west of Carados? Those manes would make a great rug for troll plows inside deck.
Be good. Here there.
Look a little young to be a siege engine pilot, but no matter. Do you need something fixed? Well, take a number and get comfortable. I'm working on a couple engines right now and won't have time for another job for at least a few days. Or were you here for something else? You have my tools? Well done, lad. Well done. I just broke my last fang ratchet an hour ago, and I need one of those to finish repairs on Pilot Stone Gear's siege engine. You did a good thing by lugging those tools here, Kazaghal. Here, take these coins for your help.
Off with you.
Can't remember which building it is. Oh wait, this is the house, so nothing's in here. Yeah. Sorry, a lot of talking. That's the only reason I'm putting off talking about the character in this
I've
clan.
the finest wares in the land.
Hagnar Rumbleshot sells guns out the road to Anvilmar. Rifleman and mortar teams spend a lot of time practicing out near his shop, and he is always needing fresh ammunition. But the last crate of ammo I sent him got lost along the way. My courier said he was camped near the Grizzled Den when Wendigo chased him away. The fool left Rumbleshot's ammo behind. Kazaghal, can you get that ammo and take it to Rumbleshot? He's been waiting on it, and I'm sure he's running low.
Safe travels.
Of course I will. I don't think there's anything else other than picking up mining. I think the only thing that's going to suck is I'm not going to be able to have find treasure on, but honestly, I don't care about that much. Besides, I tend to find it with my eyes a little. Yeah, I find it with my eyes often enough, is what I'm going to say. Alright, also put you down here for now. Pick up blacksmithing. Find minerals. Definitely want to. Oh, I need to pick up the mining pick. I think the engineering supplies also sells it. Yep, right there. And a blacksmithing hammer. Probably could have bought them in Caranos still, but whatever. Alright. So I think that's all the quests for now, anyways. Obviously, we already know which way I'm probably going to go, anyways. All this stuff is more or less down here and traveling down there. So for now, I'm just going to kill a bunch of beasts for the certain quests. If I level up to 6 in that time, I'll probably just check out the warrior trainer. If I don't get it, then I'll head south more. Wendigos will be the last ones I go after. Oh, I love wasting rage. But yeah, so his clan was well known for working with copper, though part of the reason why they were so invested in copper is generally because they're one of the older, more ancient clans, and they were very well known. Well, I say very well known. I don't want to make it sound like the clan was ultra important by any means. I'm just gonna heal up. But I wanted to make him an older clan, whether they're like a powerful clan or not. I think is a different. You don't have to be a powerful clan if you're an older clan. So I think just being an honorable and well-known, a decently known clan would be good enough. I could think on that a little bit more. But in any case, I wanted to make his clan a bit of an older clan, and their work with copper stands for. Well, generally is because of that. It's one of the easier metals to. Well, all right. I probably should just talk about what his clan was known for as well. Was that like? Sorry, I'm a little all over the place right now, I think. So, yeah. But his clan was primarily known for using warhammers in battle, as well as the use of copper, bronze, brass. I am saying brass. It's not a metal that's in WoW for the most part. But one thing, I think there are certain items that are called brass. I think there's like brass knuckles kind of thing. Could just be a term for some reason. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's not going to work. I should have gone out to the bear first. I didn't think it was going to be in the aggro range. Oh no, I don't think I can kill this thing actually. Yeah, no, I can't kill it. It might actually kill me from running while I'm running away. Come on. Come on. You're far away from your spot now. Okay, there you go. That was a little close. Probably shouldn't have even chanced trying to attack him when the other one ran. But generally, they were just known for their use of copper and their preference for it in its metals. But of course, they also were just general smiths. They worked out with iron as well, the more popular and the stronger metal. Generally, as a reason why I want to make them, I want to make the clan a bunch, mainly a focus on coppersmiths as well as working with its alloys. I just like copper. One of my it's one of the first, I think it is the first known like metal to be used because of how its low melting point and how it can be worked with gold. So in that regard, I'm trying to compare like copper to the clan of that. It's a very old clan. Like to focus on using copper early on has a focus on copper. Kind of makes me feel like it would be an older clan that would focus on copper. But they still heavily work with iron, and they do know iron. Well, technically, in the world of World of Warcraft, iron is superior. Especially when you compare it to copper itself, definitely, 100%. Copper is very, very, very weak. But bronze is a different story. But compared to steel, it's still weaker, so... It depends on in real life, it depends on the grade of the iron in general, as well as the amount of tin used to make the bronze. Because bronze can either be equal, if not better, than iron, but then certain bronze tin's a very rare metal, so that's the main reason why iron started to be used over bronze, not due to its strength. Plus, there's other tough alloys that you can make with copper that is more of a modern thing. I think copper beryllium is a very strong metal, though if it could be used in armor, I'd have no idea. But But obviously, copper beryllium's not coming up in this. But they work a lot with copper and its alloys, like I've said, like 5 times now, I think. What was it? They also have a great interest in history in general, though I think I might attribute that more with Kazaghal than the actual clan, for one reason only, and that's because he's pretty much, I think he's one of, if not the last survivor of the clan, like I was starting to say earlier. His clan, more or less, I was saying how the clan hold was going to be in like one of the warmer areas, and I'm thinking it's going to be the Wetlands, but it could be Loch Modan, but I'm thinking Wetlands up in the northeast. There's a few there was a few dwarven settlements here in Wetlands, even if they weren't well documented. Well, they were well documented, even if they weren't common, is what I'm trying to say. So, but not too sure about where the clan was. But I wanted to make it outside of Dun Morogh. That way, it was in deep in the clutches of the Orcish Horde during the Second War. And I'm also gonna. I think I'm gonna go with the idea that the. Oh, this is a large crack door. I just realized that. Of course you're gonna go after it. Oh, that's a... Yeah, I'm dead. If you daze me, I'm dead. Yeah, I didn't realize I went after a large crack board. That was getting me killed. Oh well. But yeah, but because it's an older clan, I wanted to make them somewhat more interested in history in general. But I think that's gonna be true. I think I want to make that true whether it's just him as the only survivor or the whole clan. But to make him the only survivor of an entire clan does seem a little unlikely if it's supposed to be an ancient clan. I feel like there would be too many like extended family, like distant family relations kind of thing. So I think I'm just gonna make it that the main clan, part of the clan, was like killed, because with where they were located at, they were very easily surrounded and captured or killed in general. So I'm making Kazaghal a very young dwarf at the time, which is why he was one of the, and as well as like one of the probably gonna make him like the son, or like what originally the next in line or something. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna go with. But in any case, as he was one of the younger dwarves who were not expected to partake in the fight, he among other younger dwarves were tried to get them to escape to Ironforge, more or less, is what I'm trying to say. While the adults and older members in general fought and held them back. So I want to make it that. So in general, most of the clan were killed in this, whereas there were still some survivors, of course. And I'm not going to say they all died out just yet necessarily either. Other survivors were also, some of them might have still died in the later conflicts once the Bleeding Hollow had and the rest of the orcs had laid siege to Ironforge. Because they, from the sounds of it, the Orcish Horde did attack into Ironforge as much as they could, but they just lost so many versus the dwarves. But there were still dwarves that were killed. So whether during this siege or in the coming battles afterwards, towards the end of the Second War, several more of the family would have died, in my mind, anyways. But the clan hold, I'm not sure exactly how it could integrate it, because unless I make it so that the orcs apparently destroyed. I'm not getting a whole lot of Cragboard me. I'm just realizing that. I want to make it. I gotta make it in a way that he can't go back to the clan hold. So in some ways, I think I'm gonna say that the clan hold got destroyed in the conflicts one way or another. So, but more or less, that's just like kind of what I'm going for with the character. I'm pretty sure it works lore-wise. There are clan holds outside of Dun Morogh, though they were few and far between, I think. Loch Modan would have been like a better area for it. And I'm not obviously. The other problem with saying it's another large. I need to be careful what I go up against. I saw that those were large, but I thought the two back here were regular. I'm just gonna go back to Carano, sell some stuff, and then try to learn some stuff from the warrior trainer. Oh, who are you? I forgot about you. Oh yeah, when I go into yeah, I'll pick you up. Pardon me, warrior. I want to ask a favor of you. I'm sure my association with Grimriz and his dark rituals does little to put you at ease, but I assure you, I'm no power-thirsty demon dabbler. But this doesn't suit me. Truth be told, I always wanted to be a blacksmith. No, not an engineer. Not all gnomes are engineers, you know. From the moment I laid eyes on the Great Forge, I've dreamed of working beside the Great Tormus Deep Forge. The suffocating heat of the forge's flames, the shrill cry of hammers striking hot iron, the glint of a finely crafted blade. Yes, nothing would make me happier. If you're headed to Ironforge, won't you please take this letter to Tormus Deep Forge for me? It's an application to join the Blacksmith Guild in Ironforge. Tormus should be near the Great Forge.
Off and away.
Also, with what I was saying earlier, with the bronze and iron versus iron, how bronze is in general what would have been stronger than iron, but I'm not sure how 100% true that is. I know there's some element of I think it is mostly true, but I don't know smithing. I don't know metals, so the warrior trainer wasn't here, right? He is not, is he? God dang it. So I'm definitely not the right person to be definitely not the right person to be talking about it. So that's just what I can glean from what I could understand myself, I think. But there's definitely a better way of saying it, I think. But no, not gonna worry about it too much. Oh, warrior trainer. I should have realized that. Saw him earlier.
What's on your mind?
Thundercloud. Parry. Platypus.
Hey, goods.
What the? Oh, Tog's letter. I was gonna say, what is that a plan? Alright. Is there anything I need to do in there? Don't think so. But yeah. Yeah, there's not much more to say really about the clan. I will say I'm more making the clan focus on hammers more because I wanted to than for any real reason I could give them. I'm gonna I'm gonna make. Secondly, I have made like a little story that can go along with it, but I'm probably gonna make it more of like a untrue story that just the clan tells each other and other people just for the laughs more than anything else, or just to make the clan seem more amazing or something. What am I doing? Smelting. That's right. What was it? But there's one thing I did learn. Because copper makes a really makes for poor weaponry. While it wouldn't be great, it makes for a better blunt weaponry than it is for bladed weapons. Simply because the copper cannot hold an edge very well, if at all. Because of that, hitting something with blunt metal is still, even if it's as soft as copper, is still a little bit more effective. Whereas a sword just wouldn't work as well. So in that regard, it would make sense to. Yeah, make this and this. I probably should make the copper vest first, I know, but can I even use war hammers yet, or hammers, or do I have to wait? It says maces. I think that's just that's just one-handed. I might even have to go all the way to Stormwind for that. That's unfortunate. So in the meantime, I will learn to use a sharpening stone. Alright.
What's on your mind?
Alright, that's good enough for now.
See you soon.
Alright. What should I do? Kill some more boars. I'm actually going to go down this way now to kill more boars going here. Pick up the ammo, circle back up and around here. Probably should be checking the time on this more, but hang on a second. Alright, just started up a timer. Not worrying about it too much. I usually have a good point where I want to like stop recording, but it's not always a good spot. It's not. I can't always find a good spot. But yeah, like, and I think I said previously, it does suck that I can't give him ranged weapons, but it's not a big deal. I forgot to use the sharpening stone, but honestly, I don't think there's too many more of these I have to kill. Not going to use it yet. I'll use it when I get to the Grizzled Den, which is probably going to be this recording. But yeah, so what I was saying earlier is that, so, for, obviously you don't want to use copper for weapons in general. It's always better to go for there's always better options. There's generally better options, especially when you can make, have a better alloy itself. I still need the, yeah, I still need 2 more cracked boar ribs. The thing's just gone. I hate it when it, like, repeats the same quest there. It threw me off for a second. I thought maybe I did both quests, but nope, not yet. Oh, I think another negative towards the iron, which isn't that much of an issue, because it's still obviously workable in, like, classical and medieval times in general, so. But, it has a higher melting point, too, so it's definitely one of the ones that are, I guess you need a proper forge to be able to work with iron, whereas copper and even bronze I think are easy to work with. You don't need to have specialized equipment for it. Though obviously having like I would imagine having like a proper blacksmith's forge setup or whatever would be still better. But copper, I have to double check on how bronze works, especially tin. But I think they're both very low melting ones, so they're easy to work with.
I'm TNT. I'm Dynamite.
Oh, and originally, like I said, I had no idea what color I want to make his hair, but I decided on a reddish color, and pretty much calling it like a copper color. I'm gonna make it that's like a common occurrence in his family.
How are you?
Because generally, families obviously share a lot of characteristics.
Burning, looting, bombing, shooting.
I never heard that before. I don't think so.
Take this, you bastard!
Hope you're not here for ammo, because I'm almost out. Great, more ammo.
It's you and me, pal. We've got the synergy.
Old Lost Lore shipment finally came through. The ammo might be late, but just like my granddaddy used to tell me, late's better than never. Thank you much, Kazaghal. I already have buyers eager for this stuff.
Be good.
Yeah. Now I could turn in the rest of the quest, well, outside of the Grizzled Den one, of course. Once I get back to Keranos.
Hey, you! Catch!
Once I... Actually, I might want to walk in around here more. I'm going to kill a couple of the boars. Oh, I think on the previous recording I said something about how would rend work with a hammer. When I always said that, I was more referring to the fact that I think rend would have to be a bladed weapon if you want to split hairs. I'm not sure about splitting hairs, but like I think I'm not just using the image, but I think to rend somebody, I think I have to look up the word, but I think you would have to have like some type of sharp object kind of thing, you know? I don't think a blunt object can rend somebody, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong. Usually am, but you know. I'm also looking forward to the Grizzled Den because I definitely can get more copper from there. The cave, Dun Morogh is actually in general. Oh, damn it! Dun Morogh in general is really good for mining, but the caves are still the best spots to get it. I think. Although Elwood Forest really is pretty good with it, so. This one might be a little bit dangerous for me. Oof, that was a close one. But yeah. So in general, that's the idea for the clan. The dwarf in general. He's a very like stereotypical dwarf, more or less. Still, outside of like just having a preference for working with copper and everything. But like I said, the family still works with iron because it's still a, especially steel, because it's still a better metal. And there's still, even after that, there's still a lot better. There's still a lot better metals than steel. It's just the typical, most common, best metal that people can get their hands on usually. Yeah, so while I was saying how, like, the clan in general... Oh, I love wasting rage. So good. Well, I was saying how the clan would make, heavy... what was it? Oh, yeah. Heavy use of, hammers, and I think I could attribute to, like, the fact that blunt weapons in general were better uses of copper and weaponry than it was to use a bladed weapon. But I think another story, which could either be the actual reasoning or just the made-up story the family tells. Oh. Okay, I think that's it for now. Almost the Keranos says is now. But yeah, I think another like, story the dwarves, the clan would have been telling would have been how one of their ancestors, the one that founded their clan, ended up battling a bunch of trolls with a smithing hammer, more or less. That made of specifically it would be made of bronze. I think, I'm not sure. Maybe I could make it a copper, but probably not. Probably bronze, because generally bronze is good for I think part of the reason why the clan could have also been very helpful and useful with their work with copper is because a lot of engineering ends up using copper, technically copper wiring, because as well as using bronze tools would also be very helpful because it's non-sparking, unlike iron blacksmithing hammers. So that was another thing I was gonna say. I kind of thought that story halfway through. More or less, it was just how like there was probably just one dwarf at one point got surrounded by trolls in his right outside of his smith, and he had to fend them off to protect his family or something, and all he had was a smithing hammer and just crushed all their skulls in one blow or something. Just something very far-fetched, more or less, you know? Just one of those kind of stories. Maybe something that has some truth to it while still being like, no, that didn't happen. What was I gonna say though? Oh, one thing I do want to say is that the clan in general do make use of bronze hammers instead for most of their smithing. They'll still use like iron or steel for certain works, but as a sign of their for their clan, they would still use primarily bronze. But that's one of the reasons why I was saying about bronze hammer. That was a association I was having with that for that clan specifically. What was I doing buying this? But I don't want to just sit here.
How are ya? Watch your back.
You.
Well met.
Oh, before I forget
Safe
too.
travels. Keep your feet on the ground.
Didn't do that yet. That would have been annoying. But yeah. Sorry, headset doesn't feel the most comfortable to me right now. But yeah. It was an association I was specifically going to have for the bronze hammers, and I think I might do the same thing with this one, but not 100% sure. I'm going to need 6 crag boar ribs and a bug of Rhapsody malt, Kazaghal. The malt is brewed, the boars are dead, and before all is done and anything said, we'll have to fight for first dibs on these savory beer-based boar ribs.
Safe travel.
As someone who doesn't actually like pork or ribs in general, it still sounds really good. Beer-based boar ribs. But yeah, move you up. Also, turn in the other quest before I cook all the meat. So I think it's the only quest left for now, except for the Grizzled Den. Yep. Nope. Yeah. More or less, that's the clan. There are certain other things, but very much he's just one of the last few, one of the last of the clan in general. So generally, his journey is to try to make back the wealth that he's lost, because as a older clan, they were also one of the people that held a seat in the Senate. But I'm either gonna say it's more or less an empty seat, or just he's a very active member of it, or he's technically a member of the Senate without actually being very important. His family lost a lot of importance, so whether he doesn't really operate as a senator or he's not a senator at all, kind of thing, I don't know. I don't want to make him too important, but I want to make him important among his clan. But I don't know how big the Senate's supposed to be. I think it's just supposed to be like people of the biggest, most richest houses, and since he lost all of his wealth, I don't think he should be part of it. I think giving yourself too much importance is like, well, it is bad to give yourself too much importance. So I don't want to tread that line. I want to be below that line. But let me turn this in for now. Preparations are going well. How goes your hunting? By Magni's beard, you sure did a lot of hunting. Thank you, Kazaghal. Redridge barley brew experiments with its brews. Some of them taste good, some bad, and some will lay all but the stoutest dwarf flats. He lives at Brunel village west of Karanos, and one of his drinks, Evershine, is what I want. It'll help keep me warm while I'm on the cold road. And the blessed stuff burns so hot, I can throw it in Jetstream's furnace for a burst of power. That little tactic has gotten me out of more than one tight spot.
Be good. Interest you on a pint?
What did I? Oh yeah, that's the Iron Forge quest. I didn't really have to put down too much yet. Alright. So now it's time for the... Yeah, it's too bad I can't learn the this yet. Oh. But yeah. So I'm more or less still gonna like fix like not fix. Figure out like the points of the story more or less, as well as of the clan. Not make them so important that they like the king would well know them. Just make them like an older, more distinguished clan, whether they were actually part of the center or not, kind of thing. But he's partially journeying to regain the honor and respect of his clan as well as its wealth in general. Because I think one of the things I also want to say, I want to make as part of like a story, not his story, something for the clan in general. Like maybe they once made a their own copper alloy that was so strong it was as strong as steel, or almost as strong as steel, kind of thing. But it's a secret that is now gone, that because he was never taught anything because he was too young of a dwarf, and most, if not all, the dwarves that would have known, I'm gonna say all that would have known, because there's probably I could say there's adult members of the clan that might not know it, even if they do survive. But so I could also say it's a journey to learn different alloys for his for copper. Not so much an he's partially an adventurer, but partially just an explorer more than anything else. I think would be a better term for him, and that's gonna be true of his a version of him on Lord of the Rings Online, and when I get around to it. What am I doing? This. Saw the arrow for a second. I was like, what was that? But yeah, caves will suck when I can't draw things away. One thing I might bring up as like a possibility is to Turtle specifically, something that they could incorporate or bring into the server. I'm not sure how well received it would be, but there's not a whole lot of ranged weapons that can be created except for guns. And while it's still iffy to say where bows and crossbows should go, I think engineers would still where it makes most best sense. But the problem with saying engineering for either of those, especially bows, is that engineering generally has to do more with like heavy mechanical, like heavy gunpowder, machinery, like. Whoa. But one thing I think would make sense-ish is for the blacksmiths to learn how to create throwing weapons. And while it would make this character's run a little easier, and I don't really want to say they should add it for that reasoning, it was something I was thinking about when I was thinking about what this character could do for range. I knew throwing weapon, well, the reason why I thought about it was because throwing weapons is actually a weapon that he would use. Because I will say, I think the clan, while they would aid those, like, engineers... Crap. Glad I remembered I just picked that up. Probably didn't need it though, seems like. Oh well. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because I want to try to get any copper veins in here. It's a very dangerous cave, but I'm not doing a hardcore run or anything like that. So let's see, look at that, 3 copper veins. So I'm not worrying about dying. I'd rather get the veins. Especially as someone that needs to create his own gear, it's even more important to mine. Well, in his case anyways. Sure, like skinning and leatherworking would be very important to someone that needs to do those. But I feel like blacksmithing and tailoring would be the best professions for someone trying to do the what was it? Oh, is it not here? Oh no, it must be behind there. Is it? Maybe not. I think that one's in the other room. No, right here. I knew it was in here. Oh, yeah, there was 2 in that room. I forgot about the other one. Hope no one takes the other ones, but I got 2 veins, so that's not too bad at least. I wouldn't mind, just as like a curiosity on my part, to learn how to work with certain metals in real life. I don't think I want to go too far. Like, I don't think I'd want to learn, like, have like a full smithing set too much, but like, just like working with copper could be interesting, I think. Just make little decorative pieces more than anything else. Maybe I could do like just in like oh, yep, I knew we were gonna attack. Oh, don't. Oh, and there's an issue. Glad this guy was closer to death, but are you kidding me? Come on, give me this. This is the only way I could actually survive. There we go. Now I'm not surviving it. I would have rather have had the healing potions for this. Oh my god, I survived. Eat it. Eat. I'm a warrior, so I know I can tank for quite a bit. And I'm not used to how much I can tank, simply because I've been playing lighter classes for a while. The mage with Kyra, and especially the warlock with Arisandra. Arisandra cannot tank, but she can heal herself. Not the same thing. So I'm very surprised to survive that, especially without the healing potion. I almost died to 2 without one. With one, I meant. Oh, okay, this room's a lot scarier than I remember. Bulky copper ring. I think I said this in the description. At some point I want to make him Jewelcrafting. Oh crap, that's not good. This side is better. I'm gonna physically pull you. I'm not sure if I can even get the one to the north. Can't even use the burnt buckler. Not that it matters too much. I could kill both of them if I'm at full health, and especially if I have a good amount of rage built up. But we'll see if that happens. It seems like the ones I need to kill are those three, because I think the one's over there and the other one's over there. I was hoping the one coming up on the right was going to be in this passage, but I wasn't paying attention and it was further than I thought. But like I said, I should be able to attack that one without too much of an issue, fortunately. You're wondering why I did that way? Because, oh wow, I pulled you from a lot further away than I expected. Alright, I guess I don't need to worry about the rage after all. Since I don't have to worry about the rage, I'm just going to mine this one now. Someone comes and kills the other one and mines that one, fine, whatever. I just was trying to chance killing both of them in one go. Ooh, these paints are pretty nice, actually. Although, they only really drop me one at a time. I thought I saw a player for a second earlier. It was my imagination. Just gonna... Yeah, I think I might hearth back because it's pretty much gonna be the end of the recording once I get back anyways. Oh, okay. One thing I could do in this recording, I suppose, is go all the way to Iron Forge. Think more about the character and the clan too, but like I said, I already know most of what I want to do. It's just to do a little bit more studying, more or less, to see if it would be too much, I guess, for a roleplay character in an MMO. Single players are one thing. I can do pretty much whatever I want. You could literally say, like, that your character is just like a demigod or a god that came down just to just do whatever. You could do whatever. It's a single player world. Nobody cares. It is more interesting in that to do that way, but that's because you don't share a world with other people. You're supposed to be like the top thing there. All right. Yep. I forgot the guy was over here. Actually, I am gonna, since I'm not likely gonna be smithing anything else, I'm gonna do a couple of these now. And I will say, off camera, I probably will be going to Stormwind, learning more, how to use a hammer, and seeing if I can craft one at that point. Well, I'm gonna craft one. But yeah. So yeah, he primarily is gonna focus on using warhammers and maces in general, but. Because he's gonna go down Fury, but once he can learn dual wielding, he'll probably do either 2 hammers or a hammer and axe in general. He can use 2 axes, but that's primarily gonna be when he's leveling. Like if there's 2 his best weapons he can get a hold of are those 2. I'll probably also teach, if I have enough silver, and I could send him some from Arisandra anyways. I might actually teach him how to use one-handed swords as well, not two-handed because I don't need him to. Well, I mean, maybe I will. I don't know. I want him to be able to use whatever. Well, actually, I can't. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be any weapons I find. It's going to be whatever weapons I can create. So, yeah. We'll see on those ones.
Safe travels.
Should I? Well, I'll definitely create one. Because it's level 25 or it's 35 for blacksmithing. Yeah. Blacksmithing trainer is right here, right?
What's on your mind?
See what the next ones are going to be. Mace at 15, axe at 20. Yeah, that's a one-handed. That's what I figured. The next two-handed he's going to use will be a sword at 30 or a battle axe at 35. Really? Maybe copper maul. That's the two-handed he's going to be using at 65. First of all, I thought there was a warhammer pretty much you could use sooner. But that's not what's weird to me. Why is this a green? With +3 stamina? Doesn't seem right. It's one thing to, yeah, I guess that one also uses
See you soon.
This is, being able to get it from this one is one thing because you actually have to find his loot. The other one's just learning from a trainer and being able to do that.
I have the
Didn't expect
finest
that.
wires in the land.
Whatever. Yeah. Oh, I did create something. It'll be definitely interesting to just be going through the game just with whatever I can craft. Because I always liked that idea. I just never bothered going for it because it wasn't really worth it most of the time. But I like using crafted stuff, so it's interesting to me to be able to do that. Alton actually, yeah. I'll probably extend this one a little bit more. But hey, Kazaghal, been to the Grizzled Den, yeah? Those Wendigos can be fierce. Ah yes, these mates will work great. You show a lot of grit, warrior. I wager we'll see great things from you. I'm gonna go pick up that copper. I am gonna actually run to Ironforge and turn in the quest as well. There's gonna be another question that's gonna send me there, but I'm gonna be running through Ironforge in a bit anyways, whether I do it on camera or not. So, although I don't think there's too much I have left to talk about right now, so I'm not too sure. The only reason I didn't make anything else, because since I'm pretty far from being able to make whatever I want to, I guess I can make him be one-handed and shield, but can I even make a shield anytime soon? I'm gonna figure some stuff off camera. Once I turn this quest in, I'll call it into the video, and then I'll try to figure out what I can do and what I want to do. Then I'll make my way to a Stormwind so I can learn two-handed maces. Although it doesn't seem like it's gonna matter much since I can't even make one for a while. But like I said, one thing I'm gonna do when I'm there is check the trainers, see what when I can learn what again, because I really don't. So obviously I saw what I can learn at like 65 is the next hammer or whatever, and 35 or 30 was, I think it was 35 was the two-handed. But I want to see about shields. He's not going to be a one-handed and shield user, but he's not going to be able to dual wield until level 20, I think. And it's very useless, it's very pointless to try to use just one-handed weapon just to keep that leveled up as I level up. It's gonna be, if I'm using one-handed until 20, it's gonna be with a shield so I can make use out of that. If I don't do that, then it's gonna be a two-handed, which I think I'd rather see him with a two-handed than a one-handed and shield. But honestly, him fighting with any kind of weapon he wants, shield or otherwise, to dual wielding or two-handed weapons, it doesn't fit a dwarf in general, and I'd like just seeing him run around with whatever I can give him. I think, like I said earlier, the only thing I don't want to... Oh, I started to say this. Whoop, just shut my phone. The only thing I didn't want to make his clan known for is, even though they love their work with copper, and I will say some of them will be engineers, having worked with... That's still weird. Working with guns and stuff like that. I think I want to make it so that the clan is less industrial in that regard. They're industrial with mining and blacksmithing. They'll also be jewel crafters, but they're not engineers usually. They'll help other engineers make whatever the engineers need, more or less, but especially because of their work with copper. But they are not engineers in general, which is partly why I'm not giving it to him. But it's more of a personal preference, because outside of golems, which I really do love, engineering is just not something I'm that interested in. And a dwarf is probably one of the characters that come closest to that I'd be fine with, but generally it will be a goblin or a gnome that will be engineering if I ever get around to playing them. I do feel better this episode than I did on the first recording, I will say. I've just been too tired. Worked a lot in last week, and just a lot of... It's mental exhaustion as much as it is physical, I guess. Physically, I wasn't terrible anyways. It was pretty much all mental, I guess, but... I don't know. The games are relaxing, but when I'm tired mentally, it's not even... I don't know. It's not emotionally, it's just mentally. I just want to come home and pass out most of the time, and a lot of people feel that way, of course. Yeah. Let's turn this in.
How are ya?
Here to learn how to swing a smithing hammer, friend. Thomas takes the letter and reads it. He furrows his brows before giving a hearty laugh. A gnome looking to be a blacksmith? It has been a long time since we have had a gnome join our ranks. Well, why not? Perhaps he'll be the next Clock Mort Spannerspan. I appreciate you bringing this to me, warrior. Here, some extra stones to give your weapons an extra edge in battle. I was thinking I was gonna do the weight stone, but seeing as
Safe
hang on,
travels.
you're not
Off
even
with
a
you.
blacksmithing trainer.
Well met.
Whatever. I know I'm not getting a two-handed mace anytime
What's
soon.
on
I don't
your
know what I'm
mind?
thinking. It's gonna be the rough sharpening stone.
See you soon.
All right. Well, I think I pretty much said everything I was going to say. All I was trying to say just now was that I felt better this episode. It was my day off, obviously, and most of my recordings should be on my days off anyways. I was just pushing myself to record, I guess, and I probably shouldn't have. I've said and done that multiple times. I think I'm gonna do that still in the future. Most days I'm gonna, even after work, I'm fine though. So that's why I don't really think about it, because I really wanted to play the character. It's not that I didn't have the wants to play the character, it's just that I didn't have the energy. Whatever. But I'm enjoying the character, and I can't wait to start playing other games that I've been talking about recently. Not sure if it'll be anytime soon, but the next few days should be easier on me. Tomorrow's a bit longer, but I have another day off coming up. So, alright. Well, hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.